Well, hello and happy June. This month is my birth month, so I am always very excited for June because it's the start of the summer and I turn a year older. Although my skating spaces where I like to skate are more crowded with kids being out of school, the energy is just so good and so much fun. So I'm excited for everything this month is going to offer us. And before I get into what we will be working on in the membership, I want to talk about a few of the other offerings. I just released my Summer Essentials course. So if you are not a fan of a membership, you can pay $19.99 one-time payment, and it is everything that I think you need to get ready for a good summer on wheels. So it is 7 days, 1 week. You don't have to do it 7 days in a row. You can do it at your own pace. It is yours and it is yours forever, but it is 7 days, just 10 minutes a day, a little less than 10 minutes a day. So check that out if you haven't. The link will be in the description. And if you are a fan of the membership, that is available on the website, thatnicolefiore.com, or right here on YouTube. I do have to admit, it is laid out better on the website. I get questions about this all the time. I have a lot of room to develop it on the website. I don't have as much room to develop it on YouTube, but it is offered on both. It's all the same content, just laid out a little differently. So let's get into what we are going to work on this month in the membership. There are hundreds of videos to choose from. I don't want anyone to get overwhelmed with the hundreds of videos, so I like to give at least one drill, one skill, and one piece of choreography to focus on. But if you don't want to focus on these, that's completely all right. My feelings will not be hurt. Choose your own adventure. Starting with our drill, we are going to work on our abs this month. This is a theme of this month for me. Leading up to June, I always try to get my abs popping. And I have a very strong core, but I do admit I have a layer of fat every year that I'm like, oh, if I could just get this off of my body. I don't always have the best luck. When we are skating, we have to use that core a lot, and we have to use and engage our abs a lot. This is an off skate drills class, and it's only 9 minutes. So you can do it throughout the week. You can do it a few times a week, definitely throughout the month. I always give you the drill first. I say work on that first. You don't need to work on it that one time. There are a lot of drills to choose from if you want to go through other body parts and do other things on skates, off skates, but try to do your drills at least once a week. Okay, now on to our skill. We are going to do our heel manuals this week. Now, this is kind of a random fun one, and I want you to go through the list. I want you to work your way through the different sections. This is in our heel toe section. So usually when we go to manuals, that means holding a position. Heel toe manual, heel manual. There's also a heel spin heel, and that is this spinning going into it again. You don't need a ton of speed. This can be a stationary thing. This can also be a rolling thing. However you want to do it. When you do a heel manual, you want to make sure your hips are back, your butt is back, sticking out just a little bit. That is super important to remember in almost everything you do on skates, but especially on a heel manual. Now, we will be using that in our choreography. So our choreography is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite songs to skate to. It's one of my favorite pieces of choreography, one of my favorite videos that I filmed. It is to Fantasy by Mariah Carey. Now, I don't know about you, but I hear this song come on and I automatically am like, oh my gosh, I'm either at a skating session or I'm at the beach and the wind is blowing through my hair and I'm having fun and I'm looking so cute. I'm with my friends. I am in a whole music video when this song comes on, and that is how I want you to feel doing this choreography. There's a lot of different skill that goes into this choreography, but choreography is made to practice. So that is really what it is. You don't need to be perfect at the skills that you're doing. You can take your time. There's always a beginner, intermediate, as well as an advanced. Definitely start with the beginner, intermediate. Even if you are an advanced skater, I recommend starting with the beginner, intermediate, because then you can take that into the advanced and have a long, big routine. So Fantasy, there's a lot of different skills. Like I said, we do the heel toe step. We do some backward cross pulls. For the beginner intermediate, we do an assisted turn. So you're not really on one foot. In the advanced, we turn that assisted turn into a 1 foot turn. So that's kind of how it progresses. This song is fairly fast. So like I always say, take your time. be patient with yourself. Give yourself time to learn it throughout the month. Even though I put this on, like in the blog, I put this third. Also, you can read the full written blog if you would like to follow that way throughout the month. But I always put choreography last. And that's because the drills and the skills will help you with the choreography, but don't be afraid of the choreography. Play with it throughout the month. Learn little pieces of it. Those videos are always a little bit longer just because it takes longer to teach it. So if you want to space it out and learn just little bits and pieces throughout the month, and then you have the full choreography at the end, there's also no limit to it. Like, I know that I make these blog videos and the blogs every month, but you don't need to perfect everything within that month. Sometimes skills and choreography take longer than a month to learn, and that's perfectly okay. So I always kind of struggle with that because there are some skills that should take maybe 3 months to learn, and I put it on 1 month, and that doesn't mean, hey, you should be perfect at this within a month. That is completely wrong to even put any sort of time limit on what you learn because we're all so different, and I want to respect that. So I kind of struggle with like, oh, do I do this every month? Do I do things quarterly? I have decided to make these videos every month just to give you as much to practice because maybe you kind of have skating ADD like me and you want to practice a lot of things at once. That's completely okay too. So, like I said, the membership has hundreds of videos, so it really is choose your own adventure. The courses, my foundations course and then the summer essentials course, even though those courses are very different, those are more streamlined and consolidated of like, do this, do this, do this. The membership has so much available. So I do like to do the course, even for myself, I do the courses and the membership together because like I said, I like to jump around. I have skating ADD and possibly real ADD. So I like to jump around and do multiple things at a time. That is what keeps me interested. So if you have any questions about any of that, please feel free to ask me. I am here to help. That is quite literally what I love to do. So if you have any questions at all, let me know. And I hope you have a beautiful June. I'll see you later. It's my birthday.